What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and today we're going to be talking about the Chronomaly support. If you're wondering why the Chronomaly support came out after I covered the Gusto and stuff like that a day later, well, it's because I didn't see that Chronomaly got support originally, and on top of that, why I didn't upload it yesterday and do 3 videos in that day is because if you hadn't noticed, my voice was going out in that video, but still be sure to check it out. Without further ado, let's look at the new Chronomaly support. So, first up, we got a continuous spell card called Chronomaly Palace. Its first and second effects are hard once per turn each. If you control no monsters, all monsters you control are Chronomaly monsters. I'm assuming, or all monsters you control are Chronomaly monsters. You can pay 500 special summon a Chronomaly monster from your hand. That's pretty good. If your Chronomaly XCs or number XCs monster would activate its effect by detaching material, you can send this card to the graveyard instead of detaching one of those materials. So this is a pretty good card. It allows them to summon out more, and that is something that Chronomaly kind of struggled with. Not a lot, but it did a little bit. So it's definitely something great. Chronomalies also have a lot of searching capability too, because they got the disc is like a normal summon Stratos effect, and then on top of that, they have the skull. There's like this skull that you discard if you have a Chronomaly to search out. So that's also a really good thing that you can do as well. So they have a lot of searching capability, and so the this first card is really good for the deck, as they don't have a lot of ways to summon out a lot of their like boss monsters, and all that. But they do have decent support, and yeah, that's a really good card. Next up, Chronomaly Magella Globe. It's a light level 4 machine effect monster, 1500 attack, 300 defense. Its first and second effects are hard ones for turns each. You can attribute this card, special summon one Chronomaly monster from your deck except for itself. So it's a lone fire blossom for the deck. That's fantastic. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish one Chronomaly card from your graveyard except for itself and add it to your hand. That is also really good. So, not only does it get you one of your starter cards out of the deck, or it gets you the material that you need, it also adds itself back. Overall, really good card. Maybe I should build Chronomalies, at least in terms of like what they have now, and show it on the deck. If you would be interested in that, leave it in the comment section down below. Anyway, Chronomaly Yodaku is the rough translation, or a Kambaru figure. Is a level 5 Earth Rock effect monster. Okay. Attack 1000, defense 1800. If a Chronomaly monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can discard this card instead, or a card effect too. If this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1000 life points and special summon it, but return it to the hand during the end phase. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this, except for Chronomaly monsters. This card is pretty good as well. It is protection for the deck, and it summons itself, and the deck can run Foolish Burial to get it in the graveyard also, so you can summon it out, and then on top of that, it can allow you to make their like 6s and their 5s pretty easily. I say 6 because I believe Golden Jet lets you increase the level of all Chronomalies on the field. So if you have 2 level 5s out, if you have a level 5 out and this, and then you use Jet, you can make one of their rank 6s. It's pretty good. Chronomalies don't necessarily special summon that much outside of their own archetype anyway. They will summon like, they can summon Palladius as they're all lights. So that's something they can do. But for the most part, they usually try to like stick in archetype for for their summoning. Next up, is a new rank 5 Chronomaly monster, Chronomaly Vimana. Light machine of Xyz effect, 2300 attack, 2600 defense. It's a quick effect, and it's any to level 5s, like a lot of the Chronomaly monsters. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on the field and one Chronomaly monster or Xyz in your graveyard. The first target gains attack equal to the second target's until the end phase, then attach the second material or the second target to this card as material. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, or just, oh, it doesn't have the if you destroy it, but it just negates the activation. This card is also really good because what this allows you to do is it allows you to push for an OTK, because it is a card, Chronomalys have a card that, like, another level 5, or rank 5, I mean, that helps push for damage or something. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there was a Gaga Chronomaly not FTK, OTK with it, where you'd use Gaga Girl and Gaga Magician, and you'd make them both their appropriate levels. You'd overlay Gaga Girl would be like, hey, make this attack 0, and then you do like double damage. And this kind of helps with that. It also, since it kind of like refuels as well, that's also really good. On top of that, you would, you could run this in like any, and you could run this in any like level 5 or whatever rank 5 deck, just for the second negation effect. Overall, really powerful card, and gives them a better turn 1 play. And not only does this negate stuff, but it also, the fact that it just not only negates monster effects, but also can help push for the OTK, is really good. So this is definitely like the best, one of the best cards that they've shown for supporting this archetype. Next up, we have a trap card, and this is the last card we have to talk about. Chronomaly Esperanza Glyph. Normal trap card. I probably butchered like all these names, but it's a normal trap, and you can only activate it once per turn. During the main phase, you can target one Xyz monster you control, or in your graveyard special summon 2 Chronomaly from your hand, deck, and or graveyard that are 1 level higher than that monster card's ranks, but their effects are negated, and if you do, you immediately Xyz 1 Chronomaly Xyz monster using only 2 of those monsters. Only those 2 monsters. So this is like Heraldic Beast, like a trap version of their spell card that immediately Xyzes with 2. The difference is that that's a spell card and it's only from graveyard. This is from anywhere except for the banish, and it's 1 higher than your one of your ranks. So what that means is if you have a rank 4 and you had this previously set, maybe you stopped your opponent from OTKing you, or you're just in a more casual setting where you guys aren't playing like, hey, break my board or anything like that. You don't have to play through a bunch of negates. You could, and you have this set, you don't get OTK'd, you make a rank 4, then you flip this up, and then you make a rank 5. You make the rank 5 above, and then you can help go for the OTK that way. Overall, these are all really good Chronomaly support, and I think that they're definitely gonna help boost the deck's power a lot. I do like Chronomalys. They are a fun deck in my opinion. If you haven't played them, you guys should. You know, play them on Dueling Book, Edo Pro, or buy the cards themselves if you like the deck, because I'm pretty sure it's relatively cheap to pick up. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send me any cool deck profiles or replays, go ahead. I would love to see them. And you can send them to JankyYGO@gmail.com. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day.